Welcome to a brisk tour of 3 centuries of German history, condensed into a compact narrative. This opening slide sets the scene with a visual timeline from the 18th century to the present, hinting at key turning points we'll explore. Think of this as a map for what's ahead. Political upheaval, unification, empire, division, and modern renewal. This slide shows how the French invasions between the 1792 and 1813 unintentionally became a catalyst for German modernization and unity. The map and icons illustrate dissolution of old structures, legal and administrative reforms inspired by French codes, and the first stirrings of national identity as intellectuals and soldiers began imagining a unified Germany. External conquest. In short, accelerated internal change. Here we examine the Frankfurt Parliament of 1848-49, the first major attempt to build a democratic, unified Germany from below. The images and timeline highlight liberal demands for rights and a constitution, passionate debates over the black-red-gold flag, and the dramatic moment the imperial crown was refused, which led to the movement's collapse, but left behind an enduring democratic legacy. This section traces the Prussian-led path to unification through military reform and a series of wars from 1864 to 1871. Visuals of reforms, battlefield maps, and diplomatic moments show how modernization, conscription, and decisive victories over Denmark, Austria, and France combined with skillful diplomacy to bring the southern states into a new German empire, proclaimed at Versailles in 1871. From 1871 to 1914, Germany transforms into a young, ambitious empire, shown here as an industrial powerhouse challenging Britain at sea while acquiring colonies overseas. The slide links booming steel output, a naval arms race, and colonial expansion with the diplomatic stance that led to the precarious blank check of 1914, suggesting how rapid growth and overreach set the stage for wider conflict. The Weimar Republic slide captures a turbulent era of promise and crisis. A new democratic constitution, crushing reparations, the hyperinflation of 1923, and then a striking cultural renaissance in Berlin's golden 20s. The sequence closes with the 1929 global crash and growing political fragmentation, underlining how innovation and instability combined to open a path for extremist movements by the early 1930s. This slide frames 1933 to 1942 as a period of rapid, state-driven transformation with long-lasting moral consequences. Images and timeline mark the passage of laws that established dictatorship, the institutionalization of racial persecution in the mid-1930s, and the 1942 planning toward total war and mass extermination. These events left deep scars that continue to shape debates about responsibility and memory. After 1949, Germany split into 2 distinct systems, and this slide contrasts West Germany's Wirtschaftswunder with East Germany's planned economy. The Berlin Wall, erected in 1961, becomes the visual pivot, while social movements, like 1968 student protests in the West and the 1982 peace movement in the East, show evolving pressures for reform. It's a story of one nation on 2 diverging paths. In the final slide, we move from reunification to the present, highlighting milestones and contemporary challenges. Visual panels show 1990 reunification and integration, the 2006 World Cup as a soft power moment, Germany's leadership role during the EU debt crisis, and the 2022 energy pivot away from Russia, accelerating the renewable transition. Today's Germany balances stability, historical memory, and growing global responsibility.